Dude, I'm white. Hey guys, I'm white. Well, at least part of me is, according to DNA test. 2/3 of black American men trace their direct male ancestry back to Africa. 1/3 traces it back to Europe. This is what I've learned so far about my white ancestors. Long ago, my white ancestors lived in England. They farmed wheat and barley, attended church on Sunday, did whatever else white people were doing back in the 1600s. I didn't know what they did, so I read on Wikipedia. British entertainment in the 16th century included art, fencing, painting, stocks, and executions. Well anyways, my white ancestors were the Kirbys. And one day, they got the idea, like a lot of other white folks, to come across the ocean on a boat to the Americas. That's right, my white ancestors came to America, the land of the free, the land where all men are created equal. Then they moved to Virginia and got some slaves. During the Civil War, my 4th great-grandpa, John Kirby, volunteered to fight for the Confederacy. Now one document says he deserted the Confederacy. So I wondered, why did my 4th great-grandpa volunteer to fight for the Confederacy and then desert the Confederacy? It's like he was saying, hey, I'm racist, but I'm a cowardly racist. But then I saw another document that said he was in the hospital, wounded. So if he was wounded, that means he was committed, which means his heart really was in the wrong place. Well anyways, the Confederacy lost the Civil War and black people were freed from slavery. My 4th great-grandpa lost. Tough luck, John. Sucks to suck. So next, my 4th great-grandpa had a grandson named Homer Kirby. He was my white 2nd great-grandpa. And Homer Kirby got a black woman pregnant named Mary Thomas, and she was my 2nd great-grandma. They had my great-grandpa Frank Johnson, who had a baby with my great-grandma Maxine. That was my grandpa Alfred Johnson, whose son was Alfred Johnson Jr., my dad. My dad met my Korean mom, and that's how I exist. So that's how I'm Korean from my mom and both black and white from my dad. Another thing that's interesting that you can do, if you're a white person like me, is you can go on FamilySearch.org, make a family tree, and find out what famous white people you're related to. Turns out I'm related to Elvis Presley. So you can check that out if you want. And who knows, maybe you're related to me, because I'm going to be a famous white person someday. Well anyways, that is the story of my white ancestry for now. Dude, I'm white.